What's going on, fam? Welcome to Rebel Shooter channel. Check it out, man. We got another comparison here. Today, we got the Taurus G3 compared to the Glock 19. Now, price-wise, these two guns are not even in the same class. The Glock is gonna run you maybe $250 more than um the Taurus G3. Okay. Both of these are generations of other guns, obviously. Hence the name Glock 19. This is a Gen 3. Taurus G3 means Generation 3. This gun is related to the PT series pistols that are not made anymore. Those are the daddies to these guns. Okay. Now, let's talk about the features before we get into the dimensions. Let's talk about the features of both these guns, man. As you can see here, the Glock 19 has the slide release right here, or the slide stop. This is not really release. You're not supposed to use this to release the slide when it's locked back. This will wear out this really fast if you continuously use it like that. So a lot of people think, and if you look at it, I mean, it's not even designed to look like it's small. It's too small to really be a slide release. That's why they made it that small. It's not supposed to be made as a slide release, but people do it. Um, the Taurus has takedown notches right here, similar to the Glocks. Finger pads right here. That's not stippled on both sides, ambidextrous. Right here, uh, slide stop right here. This is a safety on the Taurus. Keep in mind too, another interesting thing about it is on the G2C, which I have, uh, Taurus have a red dot there. It's not there. They got rid of the red dot on the I don't know why they did that actually. I actually like the red dot there. Because a lot of people that might buy this gun might be confused to which is fire and what's not until they really get familiar with it. Okay, so them having that, I guess most people know up is for safe, and down would be fire, and you can see the red dot, and there's no red dot there. Some people might get that confused that don't, they're getting into firearms stuff like that. Both have accessory rails, uh, right here, and let's take a look at the sights. I love the sights on the Taurus. I can acquire them much easier than on the Glock, and I like the Glock sights too. But on the Taurus, I actually get a better acquisition. I definitely do. I get a better. I can acquire the front sight much faster on the Taurus. The grip of the trigger, the grip of the Taurus, comfortable. Not as comfortable as the Smith and Wesson, but it's comfortable. It doesn't really dig. It has more of a slight curve. The Smith and Wessons is much straighter, so it does kind of come into your finger a little bit. It's not as bad as the Glock, but it's there. The magazine release, like it. I love it. It's a little sharper right here, but it's not too bad. A little sharp, not really too much to complain about. But I think after a while, when you press it, it does dig into your finger a little bit. I don't feel that with the Smith and Wesson or even the Glock. And so with the Taurus, I feel it. I don't think I even feel that much on the G2C when I release the trigger, the magazine release, but I do feel it on here. It's not an ambidextrous mag release. Comes with one 15-round magazine. I believe the other mag is a 17 rounder. The other mag is right here, and I think it's a 17. So it comes with two magazines, and this is a 17 rounder, and it gives it a little bit more of a grip. So when you got the 17 rounder in, you can rest your pinky a little bit off the main frame of the gun. You can rest it between the frame and the magazine. Gives it a better grip. Not much of a difference though. It's a little bit. It's not like it gives it a substantial to me, it don't feel like it's much of a difference, but it's there if you need it. Right? Not a big deal. So it comes with one 17 rounder, one 15 rounder. Glock 19 comes with two 15-round magazines standard in my state, at least. Most states. Okay, now let's look at the dimensions. Oh, wait, well, let me just talk about the Glock magazine release. I'm not really a big fan of the Glock Gen 4's mag release. I actually like the Gen 3's much better. I'm not a fan of the trigger guard, how it digs into your finger right here, as I stated in other videos. After a while, when you shoot it, it kind of like sometimes it'll kind of like make your finger tender right there. I don't really like that. That's the only flaw I could really find with the Glocks, man. That's the only thing I really don't like about Glocks is that. Okay, both have rest for your thumb. The the Taurus has a more profound rest for your thumb, much more comfortable. The Glocks is just a slight indent. As far as dimension wise, the Taurus definitely is the taller gun, obviously, because it got a higher mag capacity. So it's gonna be a little taller. So I'm trying to have it from where the mag. I'm not trying to count the magazine. I'm trying to count where the frames actually start. Taurus is definitely taller from bottom to top. Glock has a lower bore axis as well, obviously. Definitely. Slide length, barrel length. These things almost identical, man. The Glock 19 might be just a hair longer, just a little bit. As far as the barrel, okay, as far as the barrel goes, the Glock 19's barrel sticks out a bit more. Slide look like they almost right up on each other as far as the slide length, man. It's incredible. These things almost have identical slide lengths. Taurus has a loaded chamber indicator window at the top right there on the hood. Glock does not, but the extractor right here is like a slight loaded chamber indicator though. Look at these bad boys. Now, which would I pick if I had a choice? If I was on a budget and money was a factor, obviously I'm going with the Taurus. The Taurus is going to run you. Surprisingly enough, these things don't cost much more than the subcompacts, man. I think I got this one for like 280, brand new, 280. Yeah, they do cost a little more than the subs, just a little bit more. I think this was like 275, 280, brand new, high end. I think that's the highest they go. Maybe 290 in some states you might find them. Lowest you probably get a deal and catch them for maybe 260, 265, I would say. The Glock 19, brand new. This is Gen 3. These running for maybe 515, 525, brand new at the door. Different price points. This is a budget pistol. This is a moderate price pistol. Both get the job done. As far as proven reliability, hands down, it's the Glock, the Taurus, the G series, the PTs. The PTs had some issues back in the day. Not all of them. Some of them did. I had a PT 380. I got rid of it. Y'all know I see you see the video online on this channel. I had a PT that I bought used from a gun store. That thing, I don't know what was wrong with it. It'll shoot some mags perfectly fine, and sometimes it'll jam. And it was hard to find magazines for that gun. It came with one mag, so I couldn't find any mags to test with the gun and make sure it wasn't the magazine that was causing it. So I just dumped it, man. I got rid of it. Okay, maybe one day I'll come across another one and I'll have better luck. But yeah, me and Taurus, we had some problems back in the day, man. I had two Tauruses back then that was very unreliable. I had a Taurus TCP, then I had a Taurus Model 85. I bought brand new. Both guns was new, and they both gave me problems. The revolver locked up on me, and then the Taurus, and I supposedly had a new one, a D series, and it was skipping. It'll stovepipe. Sometimes it'll fail you to eject. So yeah, sometimes it won't feed. Then other times it'll shoot perfectly fine. It was doing the same thing that the 380, the PT 138 was doing. It's real strange. Maybe Taurus 380s, they're not really good at making 380s. I don't know. But I do have another Taurus 380 on my eye, a Spectrum. I want to see how those are soon. So, stay tuned. Yeah. But if I had a choice, hands down, man, if the money wasn't the issue, I'm going with my Glocks off the rep. Triggers, though. Let me talk about that real quick. Forgot all about the triggers, man. Which one has the better trigger? Well, Glock trigger. Breaks there. People say Glock triggers are mushy or just crap. Shit, this is better than the Springfield trigger, the XDs. All right, now Taurus trigger. Let's try it. Also, the Taurus has second strike capability. Like a lot of Taurus pistols, they come with striker fire has second strike capability. Nice trigger. Very good trigger on this gun. Shorter reset than the Glock. Trigger is much better than the Glock's trigger, absolutely. The G3 trigger is a step up from the G2C's trigger. So if you guys ever buy like a G3C and you compare it to your G2C, you're gonna see the triggers, they look different, and the trigger is definitely much smoother on the G3 series and the G3Cs than it is on the G2s. Very good trigger. Awesome trigger. I love this trigger. I haven't shot this gun yet. I'll be getting it out soon. Stay tuned. Fond of Taurus now. Kind of growing on them. My G2C has been reliable so far. A lot of the gun snobs just say, well, of course it's going to be reliable, but up until what point? It's not going to be able to hold up to a Glock. That is what a lot of the Glock snobs is going to say. I'm not a Glock snob. I love Glock, but I'm not a snob. I mean, it's obvious the reasons why that these two guns are different price points. Of course, this one is gonna be built better, gonna have better parts, better the way everything, the way it's cut, the slides are cut, better machining, better quality metal, of course. Yeah. Well, let's hold up to this. Many people will say the Taurus will never hold up to the round cut of a Glock. I don't know. I've never seen anybody shoot or say on these YouTube worlds saying that they shot 40,000 rounds through their Taurus without sending it back to the factory. I have seen people claim that they have shot their Glocks and they have to send it back. Yeah, they probably just changed out the recoil spring. Some people said that they're still running their Glocks off of their original recoil spring. Incredible. It is what it is, man. It's not really called. I mean, the snobs might shit on the gun. It's one thing to shit on the gun, but to praise the Glock for its reliability, that's not knocking other guns. It's just being truthful, So if the Glock reigns supreme over the Taurus when it comes to reliability, then that's what it is. It is what it is, man. Because a lot of the people on the flip note, a lot of the people that love Taurus and love a lot of the lower price pistols, then say, well, Glock's got lemons and stuff too. Yeah, they do. Absolutely. Nobody never said they didn't. But the quality control for Glock is definitely not going to be the same for Taurus, man. You go back and look at the history of Taurus. You know what I mean? Y'all already know how I feel about pistols and guns in general. I give them all a chance. I'm not a snob by any means. I love the cheapest to the most expensive, but it is what it is. The reality is Taurus has had a spotty history. Glock has not. Now some of the Glocks had some issues, like I think the Gen 4s when they first came out, they had some problems. I think they ironed them out. They jump on their shit quick. Glock, when they got an issue, they jump on their shit. You know what I mean? They not like SIG. I'm not shitting on SIG either, but I heard some stories about them P320s, man. Not all of them, but yeah. Eventually, I'm going to find that out for myself because I got one of those on the buy list too. But anyway, my choice would definitely be, I'm going to say it here, the Glock. Yeah. Because better price point, better parts availability over the Taurus, more proven reliability over the Taurus. It is what it is. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But if I just needed something real quick, money was an issue. I was tight. I'm going with the Taurus, man. I'm going with a Taurus over anything else cheaper. Over a Sky pistol, over a high points, I'm going with Taurus, hands down. That's what I recommend to a lot of. I'm not saying not to get a Sky or a high point or something like that. If that's all you can get, then I say get it. If you really, really can't wait to save up another 100, then go get those. And I have no issue with those. I'm just telling you, if you can't afford anything else, I mean, if you can afford something, but you don't want to go too high up, like a Glock or Smith and Wesson or nothing, Taurus, man, Taurus. I would say Ruger would be the next option, but definitely Taurus, man, definitely Taurus. But anyway, let me know what you think. This your boy Rebel Shooter. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm off this. Peace.